Fever by Megan Thee Stallion. Megan grew up around music. When she was a kid, her mother would bring her to the studio while she was recording. Meg started writing her own music at 14. Her mother asked her to wait until she was 21 to start rapping. She went viral after a video of her battling a student while attending Prairie View A&M University. She is currently a student at Texas Southern University. How do we feel about the music? Here's our honest review of Fever by Megan Thee Stallion.
Fever by Meg Thee Stallion. Had you ever heard Meg Thee Stallion before this?
Nope.
Really? You didn't hear Pole Dancer, Wale?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't recognize that was her.
Yeah, she was on that.
Okay.
She also got that joint, Big Old Freak.
Yeah, I've heard that on the radio. Did not know that was
where
her.
it sounds like it samples like the Day and Night joint. That was on the last project, the Tina Snow project. How you feel about this album artwork, man?
It reminds me of like some like retro, like 70s movie cover. So I thought that was pretty dope. Like I just like the style of that.
Yeah, 100%. Like it looks like an old Foxy Brown, Dolomite, Shaft. Like, you know, the posters that you would have saw for those types of movies, man. You know, she looks good on the cover. You know, you can see the horse, you know, that goes with the whole stallion thing. Yeah. You see the car speeding in the background. It's got a cool retro fit to it, and it just kind of gives you the vibe that, you know, Hot Girl Meg is almost like a 70s black exploitation style character.
True.
The flow of this project, man, it's pretty much Hot Girl Meg and Tina Snow, like her two alter egos, kind of going back and forth throughout the project, and it's heavily 3-6 Mafia and UGK more specifically Pimp C influence throughout the project, mainly 3-6 Mafia though.
In the words of Bang Bang Boomerang, this is music for the twerkers. Straight up. Every track, with the exception maybe like 2 or 3, is basically twerking music. That's what you're going to get.
Highlights, man. Look, for highlights for me, Riller. I liked Riller, the first song that starts off the joint. I thought that was pretty dope. Cash Shit featuring the Baby. I like both of their chemistry on the song. I like how they kind of both, you know, responded to each other. I'm not sure if they put this together at the same time, but if they didn't, they still managed to pull it off and make it sound like a cohesive song. I feel like Sex Talk, if it would have had a different beat, it could have went a lot further. But I do think Money Good and Big Drink are really decent songs for this project as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed Pimpin'. I thought that was like a catchy, like, you know, especially with the beat. Track 5, Weak Ass Bitch, it's just something the way how that production was. Like the production was really, really crazy on that. I thought it was dope. Simon Says was cool. I think it was Dance. I don't think I like Ratchet too much. It was Dance. And I thought Big Running Up Freestyle was pretty dope.
Lowlights. Look, there's a couple of songs that I didn't actually mention. I meant to mention Simon Says on the highlights too, because I thought Simon Says with Juicy J was actually pretty dope. Mm-hmm. As far as my lowlights go, I wasn't a fan of Weak Ass Bitch. I get it. It's a Project Pat joint. Let me be very clear. I wasn't a huge fan of 3-6 Mafia. Okay. So, you know, I like a couple of their joints. They got a couple joints that I like, but for the most part, I wasn't like, that wasn't me riding around bumping Project Pat. Like, I liked a couple Project Pat songs. Mm-hmm. I liked a couple Juicy J songs, DJ Paul songs. I mean, I know who they are, Crunchy Black. They got some joints, but not the hugest fan of them. So on the songs where she kind of sampled their music, or you can hear as a clear inspiration, I think it's not horrible. Mm-hmm. It's clearly not in my taste realm. Mm-hmm. But Hood Rat Shit, I thought it was funny, because I always thought that's, like, don't get me wrong, it's a tragedy what that kid said, but it's hilarious. Yes. You know, and the Boondocks did some funny things with it. Yeah. Weak Ass Bitch, I wasn't really feeling that. It was kind of annoying to me, and I felt like Running Up the Freestyle, I felt like that was on a really bad beat. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of the songs, like even Money Good, like I felt like that was on a bad beat. Best You Ever Had, I felt like if the beat was better on that joint, it could have been a much better song. You know, I felt like she needs to pick a little bit better production. When you look at songs like Big Old Freak, I felt like she excels on that song because the beat also helps bring out, you know, the quality in the music that she's putting together. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like she really nailed that. Cause like even on Simon Says, like they got the damn, I can't remember his name, but the Mrs. Jones sample on it. And I'm just like, man, like if they would have flipped that as part of the beat, it would have been dope. Don't get me wrong, the song still ended up being pretty cool, but I feel like she can excel on those style of beats, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, but definitely, this is definitely music for the twerkers.
But yeah, pretty much for me, even though the highlights that I did say I liked, I only liked the majority because of the beat and everything like that. As far as, you know, her rapping ability and her flow and everything like that, I think it's sharp. I think it's cool. But for this project, I think it was too repetitive for the subject matter she was talking about. It was just kind of like the same thing over and over again. I really didn't get no variety. And I know it's music for the twerkers, so I really know I can't really be asking for much. But I just kind of felt like, you know, she just got with a beat, went in, said, you know, what she wanted to say and everything like that. But it just kind of felt too formulaic. Like, I feel like this is something people can play through if they just want to have a good time, and that's cool. I know that's what probably it's for. But, you know, as far as, you know, this is not my lane, what I'm used to or what I'm listening to, it really didn't gravitate towards me like that. Really, I was just paying attention to the beats. So, I do agree with what you were saying about that, what's the song called?
Which one?
The Big Ass Freak. Is that what it's called?
Big Old Freak.
Big Old Freak. I do agree with you because that kind of brought, like, the production brought a little bit different out of her towards the norm of just booty shaking music, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, even though I did like some of the songs, it just kind of felt like, you know, everything was kind of a rehash or a reorganization of a different song.
Final thoughts, man. Look, I watched a whole bunch of interviews of Meg because I wanted to get an understanding of like what she was doing with her music. You know, she writes her own music. She's from Houston. She's in college right now. You know, because she wanted to make sure, like her mom wanted to make sure she had a backup plan. Her mom recently passed away, which really sucks.
That's really bad.
So it's like just watching her, and she says she works really hard. She like looks through the dictionary to find words to try to incorporate into a rhyme. So she's working to get better. So I want her to win. You know what I'm saying? Like her music is getting better. I listened to the Tina Snow project, and I feel like lyrically she got better, but I feel like the production didn't necessarily step up a whole lot more. But I want her to win. You know what I'm saying? The more female rappers, the better. You know what I'm saying? We try to get all of them as reviews in as we can. And I really wanted to succeed. She's got some dope songs here. She's got a solid flow, a solid foundation. The joint with Wale Pole Dancer, she killed that joint. She's got some shit, and I just want to see her continue to excel and get better.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, even though I didn't particularly enjoy the project, I did see like what makes her stand out as an artist, and I think her voice is very strong. And when I say that, it's just like she doesn't let the music overpower her. I feel like she's very strong when it comes with her vocals, and I think that's what sets her over the top. And, you know, I think that looks good on her, and I think that's a good strong point for her as an artist. So, yeah.
Final grade, man. Yeah, I do like the fact that you pointed that out, because due to the way her voice sounds, she like owns that shit. When she talks about the, you know, the sexual shit, she owns it, and it's really dope. It's kind of reminiscent of how confident Little Kim was when she used to talk about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like not an ounce of nervousness in the voice.
Yeah, exactly.
But final grade, man. Look, man, I'm gonna give it a dash. I want Meg to do better. You know what I'm saying? This joint is definitely for the parties, for the strip clubs, for the twerkers. Yeah. I won't really be listening to this much except for cash shit. That's definitely fire to me, and maybe realer. But aside from that, you know, this project has some joints on it, but it ain't for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a dash as well. Same my type of music, but I do respect what she's trying to do and how she's trying to stand out and be her own. In that regard, I think she's doing a great job. So shout out to her.